right behind it.
And then next to it is the Batman White Knight Harley Quinn. The newest issue of that. We are out of the variants for that, but I do really want to
And moving on along here, we got Black of Hearts for $4.
I did read that one last night. That is our last copy if you are into violent noir and good artwork.
And from the Brave, Beth Lemire and the Page Black Hammer, we got Colonel Weird Cosmogod for $4. We also have a pretty gnarly variant of that. I do like this kind of graphic artwork.
Not only weird, Carroll County is the artist for that. So the artist
Coming up down the line, we got Conan the Barbarian number 60 for $4. And just that, we have Daredevil number 24, written by Chip Zdarsky. And we got Dune House of Atreides. I would say stab at that.
Atreides, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Issue number 2.
It's Atreides.
Atreides.
A prequel to the novel and movie.
No.
Over here, we've got Detective Comics and the lovely Vermejo variant, as always. We've got the newest Death Metal standalone. That is all the animals of the multiverse, all the superhero animals turning into animals. Here's Excalibur, one of the last issues of the X of Swords story. And we also have two variants for that. Right there. Right there. Then we've got the recent issue Flash for today.
I Walk with Monsters, number 1 right there. Pretty tight read. We'll get to that in just a second. Marvel, number 2. Check out that cover.
Alex Ross.
Mine, Fairy, ain't mine.
Monsters. Monsters is the first of the 2-issue series.
Did that show up?
Tales story.
If you take a second, just talk about some of these issues right here. That multiverse, Coop Laughs, it's like a compilation of stories, if I'm not mistaken, right? This compilation of stories, and one that was attributed by Mr. Patton Oswalt. If you're not familiar with him, he's a pretty funny comedian. I love the work he's been doing, or he did, on Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If you catch up with any of the programs on TV, ABC, he plays Agent Koenig. And then furthermore, he's doing Head Games, another TV show soon to release, based around MODOK. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Marvel character.
He's also
Yes. I think named after the same thing, Head Games. So I'm pretty excited about that, especially the story he had to kind of contribute to the whole timeline and stuff like that.
I Walk with Monsters. I really enjoyed that. I think that is really good. Really good art, really good lead up. You like killing bad people with monsters.
If I could relate it to anything, it was the young lady that played Kitty Pryde in the X-Men movies. Golly, what's her name? Ellen Page, yes. If I could equate it to anything, it's
Hard Candy. You ever seen that film Hard Candy, where she kind of catches up that bad person and gives him the business, kind of vigilante justice? This is somewhat similar. Oh my God, almost to the T, the premise. So, young lady, seen some awful things in her life, has a best friend that can handle some of the problems she's seen in her life. So she kind of uses them to correct some of them wrongs, and it's pretty awesome. It has the legs to go the distance. I think it's going to be a pretty awesome story. On top of that, the artwork, as far as the artwork goes, if we have any Avatar Last Airbender fans, the lead character almost looks exactly like Katara to me. I don't know. You guys be the judge. Once you purchase this book, you can tell me whether or not you think she looks anything like the Waterbender Katara. But I think it's an excellent run so far. Oh man.
I'm just putting
Will you put them up?
I'm not taking down in front of the.
Gotcha. But yes. This issue of Marvel #2 is also a compilation of stories with some of your favorite superheroes from the Marvel Universe, including a group of the X-Men, Spidey. We're talking about the Thing from Fantastic Four. He's one of my favorite brawlers, personally. Good compilation of stories from all those superheroes.
Back from Aftershock. That was a fun one. Next up is another history of the universe, focusing on Black Lightning. This is a regular cover here. We got the blue cover as well. And we also have the shiny gold 1 in 25. We've got Scumbag, the record member of the comics. You read the first one, but
Oh man, if you like dirtbag comic books filled with gross people doing gross things, this is the comic book to go for. Scumbag #1 was hilarious. Ernie Ray Clementine is your Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5 meets, oh Lord, someone else just as terrible. Meets kind of your trash can character from any, like the smoker, the drinker, the drug addict, the foul mouth fool. That's him. The twist here is our boy Ernie got his hands around some super spy serum. And so now the fate of the world kind of rests on his shoulders, and it is a gross retelling, or not retelling, gross story of spyhood. You know,
gross story. Can't wait. The next James Bond movie.
something
What did
similar.
I put up here? Dr. Afra, newest issue of that, of course. Like Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Dr. Afra. Next up, the last issue of this run of Suicide Squad. This is one of the DC titles that have been slaughtered in this past year.
Quick note about Dr. Afra. In the latest Mandalorian episode, there is speculation that the girl who talks to the big bad guy at the end is actually Dr. Afra in Imperial uniform, and that has caused a lot of interest in that book. That she may have had a live appearance already.
That would be awesome.
Possible Mandalorian tie-ins. Beautiful
This
thing.
next one over here is issue 2 of the small book Sympathy for No Devils. That's what the title of it.
Yes.
We do have issue #1, and it seems that you want to pick up both issues.
And then over here we got issue 1 of Donatello, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello.
I believe those are next up. We have the Raphael one a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Kind of following score with that. The Unkindness of Ravens #3.
I've been enjoying that. I hate comparing it to the craft just because it's just other than girl witches. Like but it's good. It's fun. Good artwork. Really liking where the story's going.
And then we do have some variant covers of that in back here. $4. $10. Put 1 in 10 cover right there, right next to it. Usagi Yojimbo. Wanderers Road #1. I was told by our good buddy Paul here that it will soon be coming to Netflix in an animated series. That might be a hot topic in the coming months. So if you crack wise, you might want to grab one of those. And of course, you got your boy Geralt, The Witcher. Great story revolving around him. If you can see that, we have a variant cover right there. Gorgeous. That and then pop the rest.
Built-in variant for that. Recently, of X-Men, part of X finale variant here, the local variant, and another, I believe this is the final in the X of Sword Destruction.
Yep.
Another variant here. Another variant here. I believe you have the rest of the variants.
Well, I do right here. What'd you display up there? That's still.
I love how organized they are.
Yeah, for some reason that went.
You were too fast.
I don't know if I was able to display this variant cover of Flash 766. You guys want to pick this up if you guys were a fan of the little slobber knocker between Dr. Alchemy and our boy Flash. That is the variant cover. I believe it's going for $4. Price for a little piece of that took place.
Is there anything that you'd like to see? Any questions about any of them? Of course, we haven't read all of them, so we don't know all of the key points.
And you want to ask me any questions? I can go on for days about Scumbag. You know, I really thought that was the direction my life was going to take at one point. That, like, how people go to karaoke bars thinking they're going to just get discovered. I went to normal dive bars thinking maybe I'd get discovered to be the raunchiest son of a gun on the planet. But Ernie Ray Clementine took my place with that one. And I'm going to say he's like 10 times more hilarious than me. Shameless, too. I won't go into detail, but I won't do half the things he's done. And it's very graphic. You got a strong stomach? Oh, dude, you're going to love it. #1 was slightly grosser than #2.
Want to go to paperbacks or I think people are more excited about the back issues. Probably wait on those.
I do think we should save the best for last. We can go to the trade issue. We have a good handful here. Oh, they're back.
Stick to these 4, okay? Yeah.
All right.
I'm very excited about this. Volume 2, Killing the Children, came out today.
I need the Flash variant for Dalton.
Right, you good, buddy Dalton? That's the one you're looking for? I got it for you. Thank you, Mr. Dalton.
It is the best horror book around these days. It's not like scary horror, it's fun horror. Next up today, we have the Star Wars Bounty Hunter series. It's the first 5 issues. Nice little hardcover today. If you like Firefly, you got to keep going.
And then we got Dune. Graphic novel for you.
That is the graphic novel part 1 based on the book. with the new House Atreides book. But this does have that cover by Bill Sienkiewicz. Just these came out last week, but they are fun. If you're a Doctor Who fan, Time Lord Victorious, 2 issues with some extra bonus content in there. It's fun. I mean, if you like Doctor Who, you're going to want it. The hottest book of the year, Batman 3 Jokers, just came out in hardcover. That's $30. And then probably my favorite of the DC Black Label series, The Question. One of the lesser characters people are not as familiar with, but this series is written by the great Jeff Lemire, who comes up every week. And it's got beautiful artwork. Reading it?
Kind of the round table. Oh man, absolutely. Big fan of Firefly. Watch out, Firestore. I've been well since its announcement. I've been kind of wanting to take a look at it. Get caught up with that. As far as the books we have on new release this week, I read the Kaiju Score. I think we're right up here for $5. I think it's a wonderful mixture of something like Ocean's 11 with a little bit of there's a kaiju, a giant monster involved, and that really turns the tables on some things. When you're planning a heist, you got to consider, and I like the detail they went into as far as the Kaiju Score.
So is that the collection for all the 3 Jokers, right?
It is all 3 issues, as well as a gallery of all of the variant covers.
Nice.
A lot of covers that you will only see online because they were like the 1 in 100 covers.
Maybe a shop incentive, something good that you couldn't get anywhere else.
And that Dune trade paperback right there, the graphic novel, is book 1, and it was actually adapted by Frank Herbert's son, Brian Herbert, and Kevin J. Anderson. They also wrote a bunch of additional Dune stories that take place after the universe that Frank Herbert created. So should be interesting to read, especially with the new movie coming out.
Oh man, I was just going to run my mouth about all the new releases we were kind of posting up this week, but I don't know if anyone's familiar with the work of Mr. John Ridley, but he is one of the people that wrote this, and I'm talking about the John Ridley. I'm talking about 12 Years a Slave. That John Ridley also held a contributing knowledge to the other side of the other history of the universe.
Jamie Tracy would like the Star Wars Bounty Hunters issue.
Right. Thank you. Appreciate you, sir, for everything you do. But Monstrous, I did not get the opportunity to read that. Based on the art alone, I did flip through it earlier today. Is there anything you can tell me about it, Paul?
I've never read. Again, this is just like the first of a 2-issue miniseries. It's the artwork in the regular series. Everyone I know who reads it loves it. It's on my list that I haven't gotten around. The first trade paperback is only $10 if you want to try.
And down here at the store, if you live locally, we do have tons of trade paperbacks for the low price of $5. Get caught up on some of your Marvel, DC, and independent history, what we got laying out there. I did also want to draw more attention to Paul's wonderful artist mention corner that he has. The end cap we got set up, dedicated to Danny Cates. That's it. I always say either Donnie Coates or Cates, and I have a solid excuse as to why I don't know the man's name. I can't remember it right now. So
You can't remember his name.
yeah, exactly, bud. Exactly. Stop, Paul. You're making me feel awful.
We do have a little thing hiding back here. This is everybody is nice red shirt. When this happens to be stained to look like what is that? A Batman with giant wings. Beautiful bat logo.
Mm-hmm.
We've got these in large, small, medium, and extra large, running $20. Usually one of my favorite, more recent Batman designs.
Ruben, someone named Josiah is saying hello.
Baby cuz. Love you, big dog. Thank you for tuning in. Love you, Josiah. Thanks, buddy. And if you're interested in any comic book, actually, we'll have a little sidebar about it, but I have tons of comic books I know you'll love, little dude. I know you will love. Tell your mama. Tell your mama. But yeah, and thanks for staying tuned in with us too. We're not done yet. We still got back issues we want to show you. But just really appreciate on the on Thanksgiving's Eve, you guys came to hang out with your favorite Darksiders. Kind of viewed our show. The more you guys show up and do your thing and just kind of stay in communication with us, the better things we got to show you. And if there's ever at any point anything you want to see that we're not showing you, please drop a line. Let us know so we can dig up some of the back issues you might want to see. I think that's my prologue to the
Back issue.
beautiful thing.
Found that are perfect for tomorrow's holiday. One of them is this wonderful, overweight, much turkey Superman.
Looking super duper heavy, all fat and sassy and enjoying life. That is a beautiful issue.
And the other one we found, which is one of those books that
See
I
what I'm
always
talking about.
see on lists, like Heroes Fighting Hunger. All profits go to help feeding starving children.
Not anymore. Now it's.
Well, not so much
now. So I was going to donate mine if somebody buys.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
then we got Son of Satan, number 23. If you like a little Damien Hellstrom. And then Tomb of Dracula, number 16, to follow up with the Tomb of Dracula that we put on display last week. Good buddy of ours, Jamie, picked up that last issue. We got number 16, written by your man, Marv Wolfman, and penciled by Gene Coleman.
Colin.
That's what. Mr. Coleman.
Watch it.
I like to go into these things assuming everyone's watching. Like when I botched Donnie's name earlier.
Danny?
He is Mr. Cates is spinning in his grave right now. I'm so sorry.
One that I've never actually come across in a while, even though it's not overly hard to find, is the first issue of the Death in the Family storyline. Since the past few years when I started searching out Mike Mignola covers, this is one I did not realize he did. One of the earliest comics I remember as a kid. I had no idea that he did the artwork for the cover anyway. I also, a little couple years later, wonderful. Who does not want to break Batman's back? $12. That is the issue where Bane breaks the bat.
Like a popsicle stick. All right. And our boy, Tomb of Dracula, number 22 that time. Coming up next, The House of Secrets. Patchwork Band. The very first full
It is his first solo appearance. He previously appeared in Swamp Thing number 2 and Swamp Thing number 3, the original Swamp Thing. So this is his first kind of standalone story.
You got a good flavor of what me and Mr. Paul, are into here. We like our famous monsters, man. We like to bring them up pretty often.
Jamie would like to pick up the Heroes Against Hunger.
Next up in going to a different house, we have the House of Mystery number 217. Beautiful beautiful cover art by Bernie Wrightson himself.
Then coming back down this way, we got Batman 322. Going back to the 80s, April of 1980 was the release date. We have writer Len Wein?
Wine.
Wine.
Me?
Johnny Coates.
Wine, that's
Johnny
what-
Coates. You know me. I'm the champion of butchering names. You give me the simplest name, Steve Smythe. Oh, I nailed it. That's how it goes.
That's fine.
Len Wein actually created Wolverine.
That's actually the next thing I was going to bring up. Mr. Wine created the name as well. 'Cause I swear I got it on the crib note. Thank you. Batman 322, 1980. Baby, love it. April.
They're a little more modern than most of these. Something that you've been waiting your whole life to find. Go ahead, number one.
Oh, that's a key.
And it is. It's very. Right up here, this little blob. Silver. Maybe reprint, but it's silver.
Wow. So that is the first print, or is that
That
the?
is the first.
All right, nice.
Ashton Silva.
Oh,
Thing.
Dalton would like the Breaking the Batman.
Freaking- oh,
covered up. Yeah. Another hole. I'm gonna do another house book. This one, Elvira's House of Mystery. Everybody loves Elvira. I met her once at a convention without a costume. Very, very.
She was naked.
No,
Oh, okay. I was just.
with her long red hair.
Were you able to recognize her immediately?
No.
Oh.
She looks like a normal person.
For $10, issue number 12 of The Eternals.
Ooh, nice.
Huge fan of Jack Kirby, of course. He did the majority of the work on this issue, and I wasn't there to tell you exactly the ins and outs, but from from the cover art to the writing to the editing, Mr. Jack Kirby knocked it out of the park. And you know what? I'm a huge fan of anything Cosmic Marvel, Eternals, so super stoked to even find this and the rest of the Eternal stuff our good leader Brian has in stock here in shop. So yes, Eternals, we got number 12 for $10. Want a little piece of history, Mr. Kirby.
There's a lot of speculation on happening on the Eternals #1. It used to be like a book that you would find in every 25-cent bin, you know, and now like people are going crazy on it because of the movies and everything. It's like it's gotten a lot of heat. So
So one of my gems is actually, what is it, the 25-cent? You sent me off that. The 25-cent #1 Eternals, When Gods Walk the Earth. I think that's something I've been hunting for my entire life. And if I see it in person, I might break down in tears. You guys.
I told you the Neil Gaiman stuff. Was good. I think with the movie. Based on.
There's been like one or two one-shots that came out recently that kind of give you the origin story of the Eternals and stuff like that. One most recently, like end of 2019, that I thought was just beautiful. You know, the inner artwork are the original, you know, drawings and just reprintings of that. But new covers, you know, gorgeous. God, I love it. Love me some Eternals. Anything
Jamie would like to get that copy of the Eternals.
Sure, Jamie. All right, well, I guess I can't. So goes to Jamie. All right, thank you so much, Jamie. Thanks for that, Farmer. Really appreciate you for hanging.
More little bat heavy. So don't know why. It's just the season. We got Detective Comics number 448.
And then we got Batman 304 for 15 doll hairs. I'm sneak this one out there. So that's all we got.
We also have the issue prior to that, issue 303.
Want to get the story in line, we also have Batman 323 for $14. Look at that gorgeous cover. You want a chunk of history? Look at that bad boy.
One more Batman book for you.
One more. Batman 351. I'm going to clear this out so you can get a real clear view on that. $15 right there. Take a gander at that there bronze baby.
Before we get into the last couple back that are a little the pricier books that we have today, I do want to throw out, we just got restocked on this 1 in 25 Wolverine black, white, and red, black, white, and blood.
That's number one issue.
That 1 in 25 is going other places going for 20, 25 bucks. We got that for 15. So we just got restocked on that. A lot of fun, those short stories. And then, which one do you want to do?
Dude, I'll roll with the New Mutants. Appreciate you. Good, sir. We have a stunning graphic novel for $45 in primo condition of the New Mutants. Now,
You gave me sword. You got the-
got the whole OG team there. Everything, if you want to stay prepared for, any movie you might see coming out soon or that's already been
I
released,
heard it might be HBO.
it might be. It
Is
might
that,
be.
have you guys haven't seen it yet? I haven't
No.
seen it.
I've seen it.
You've seen it twice. Is
I've-
it a horror movie? Because I've heard it's,
It's
very
got
much
some
a horror
scary
movie.
moments, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not those like psychological thrillers. It's that cheap pop out at you, blah, still scare your pants off. Jump scares. Yep. My neck of the good woods, we call those scares. I won't get into that. Anyway, yes, no, they're good. They're good jump scares. The story is okay. Might be leading into something else. I am kind of easy to impress when it becomes those silver screen adaptations of some of my favorite comic book heroes. Seeing Arya Stark as Wolfsbane, that was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, that was amazing casting. That was.
Really was. You couldn't get a better magic. We talked about that the
Yeah,
other day.
I heard that the character of Magic in the movie is not great, but Anna Taylor-Joy is phenomenal in everything I've ever seen her. And if you watched the Queen's Gambit on Netflix, that's her. She is fantastic. Also, The Witch, one of the best folk horror movies of the last decade. All right, moving on to the last thing we've got tonight. Probably, if you are a speculator, this is probably the book to buy. Suicide Squad #1 of the second series that has that wonderful artwork, the cover art of Howard Chaykin, written by John Ostrander. This is the contemporary concept of the Suicide Squad, where it's the villains it's not just a military outfit. It does not have any of the people from the movie in it, but this is the font of the new movie, the Suicide Squad. So there's going to be a lot of stuff from this run of comics. Just really, really good on that sounds good.
But slightly familiar with the concepts, and this is something you're going to tie a lot of parallels to. Something you're going to want to pick up to if you're a huge Suicide Squad fan. I mean, it's #1. You don't want to miss out on that kind of opportunity. What do we got it going for? $30? $31. $31. That. I try to keep it even. I didn't mean to put 31. I might.
You want to knock it down to 30? Or...
yes, I totally wrote that, and I apologize for that. $31 for that
I want to
back.
double check the sticker.
That was mostly my problem. I came in so late. I was just kind of rushing through putting those. I'm not going to make that mistake again. You guys look out for that. Those were your new releases.
Can you put some of the back issues back up over here next to the New Mutants?
What do we need?
Not in the best condition. I'm really sad. Nobody's going for Fat Superman.
I was so excited when we found that too, because Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I mean, that cover pretty much embodies exactly what I'm going to feel like around this time tomorrow night. Just misshapen and upset at myself.
But super.
Yeah, super, just super full of regret. I don't want to forget about that other House of Secrets.
Patchwork Man.
Patchwork Man. One personal love.
Brian Backer. One of the
Pat-
Batman.
The Patchwork Man?
Yeah.
Maybe. What number is that House of Mysteries on the left there, Paul? The one that.
That is
Okay.
Yes, that
You guys want to throw some more of the back issues up behind you, or is that all of it? Pretty much. Those are all new issues, right?
These are all new issues up top. Came out this week. I do have the Tomb of Dracula for $15, and of course, the Son of Satan number 23 for $4.
put sticky notes on things.
I'm working on it, man.
Dalton would like the Detective Comics there by you, Paul.
Thank you, Mr. Donald. Appreciate you, sir. Does anyone have anyone that's logged in right now have a favorite artist they might want to see in the back issues of next week? What's next? Yeah, in the back issues of next week. Anything out there? Oh wait, we have some Gen 13.
I don't know about the Gen 13.
We did have a couple Gen 13. We were trying.
Yeah,
to
somebody
set up
was asking
this
about
one
Gen
today.
13 last week.
I think it
So
was Mr. Gonzalez that asked us about some Gen 13 stuff. Pretty sure we got about lying around. We could show a couple. See if you're interested. And I appreciate you. I think Harry Gonzalez, maybe Eric Gonzalez, that asked for it last week. Appreciate that because it made me bone up on some of Gen 13 because I was super confused from what.
We got from all different eras.
Yeah.
None of it's, the early one we had was the issue number 3 of the original run with that wonderful Indiana Jones cover.
Mhm. That lettering and everything was pretty sharp.
We've got probably 40 different books here. There's one story. I'm just randomly grabbing them. Number 5, written by Chris Claremont. I think that was the mid-2000s run.
I never read any of Claremont's Gen 13. I was never a huge fan of that series, but I'd be interested to read what Claremont was able to do with it.
Here, and that's why I really appreciate you guys putting your input because I get to learn about a whole slew of people I had no form of idea about. So
But if you have any, if you're looking for particular issues, let us know and we will see what we've got. I probably got a good 40 issues in here of different runs.
researching some of that stuff is my favorite thing to do. So if you think there's no way on the planet that we might have it, please just pitch your inquiry so we can find that for you or take a shot at it.
Lindsay Beyer says, "Go Ruben."
Thank you, Lindsay. I love you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, Lindsay, you're saying go like you need me to leave because I haven't
No,
broken
don't
a
leave.
camera
Don't
yet,
leave.
so Brian is gonna keep me around. Thanks. No, I'm playing. Thank you, though. Thanks for watching. Thank you, everyone, for watching. So back to my original question: is there anything you guys want to see next week? Anything you guys want to see done differently? Is there anything you hate about me?
No, don't ask that.
I am.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, well, I know Paul will tell me later. Last week after we had the after action report for the whole shebang, Paul really told me how he felt about me. So did Rose, and they didn't pull any punches. So yeah, I'm still kind of recovering from that. So yes, please, good feedback, anything like that.
Yeah, we got $10 trade paperbacks. So we got hardcovers if you're looking for gifts. If you are looking for.
We have the holidays, and if you live in the local area, having a beautiful D20 sale through the month of December, and furthermore, our Black Friday and weekend sales jumping off like
Yeah,
crazy.
we're doing 20% off of pretty much everything in the store on Friday. And on Saturday, we're going to be doing double experience points, and we're giving out free bags of comic books with a purchase.
All right. Yeah. pretty solid for me.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody can hear me except for you guys.
So I'm not 100% sure if you heard the voice of the man in charge, the man at the computer, Mr. Brian, the owner of Darkside. We are having a pretty amazing sale this weekend, right? 20% off for only Saturday, sir?
20% off on Friday.
Right, Friday. I'm sorry, for Black Friday.
Double experience points on Saturday.
So if you're a regular here at the Dark Side, which I hope you are, especially if you're watching this, you'll come in for double experience points. You know, every purchase comes with some points.
Yeah, for every dollar you spend, you get a point, and when you reach 100 points, you get $10 off a purchase. And with double experience points, it gets even easier to do that.
Double XP weekend. Please don't miss it. It'll be loads of fun. Come see us. We'd love to see your shining faces. For more.
Oh, Jamie says that they can hear me. So I'm not a ghost. I am someone.
Jamie, Mr. Jamie, always tapping in. Thank you. So okay. Brian,
Let's cycle through some of those back issues again and
we're gonna. Oh,
make sure that they're all on display.
Cover up by Bernie Wrightson. Right. And we got that wonderful Death in the Family, Mike Mignola cover artwork. Batman number 303, which we had 304 over there somewhere. Elvira's House of Mystery number 4. I forgot what this one was.
It's the Suicide
That's
Squad. Yeah, that's the $31, the high value issue.
That's the Wolverine 1 in 25.
Let's mark that Suicide Squad down to 25 and see if
25?
anybody's interested in it.
I'll do that right now. You heard me.
It's suicide everywhere. Suicide on prices. 25, and don't let Ruben put the sticker on, but Paul, you put the
I
sticker.
got it.
Never again.
I promise I won't let you down. So you see it here, folks.
Right there in the corner.
Suicide
Not hanging
Squad
down.
marked down to 25. Thanks, Paul.
Paul, what would you say the grade is roughly on that book? Maybe in the
It's on the higher end. I would give it roughly 7-ish, and that is with no professional training. But it is. I've seen plenty of books. It's definitely better than other copies I've seen.
From multiple phases of YouTube consulting, I'm going to concur with my man Paul. That's 7 higher. It's really nice. The pages inside look crisp, clean, not a single one destroyed. We're doing pretty good on that Suicide Squad there. So, yes, I concur. 7 high.
Also, congratulations to Ruben today. You're going to be getting your new job at CGC.
Thank you.
So he's going to be living the life in comics.
Completely developed in the industry. I couldn't be more excited. I guess I'm going to have to learn how to read. You know, my mom said that earlier. I guess I'm going to have to take that step forward.
I was gonna make
Yeah, I just been reading your lips and just going over what you said. Paul, thank you so much for being my mentor in this. I don't know where we started and ended up, but we do have this $15 copy of the October version of 304. I do think it was 304. See right here, another $14 copy of Batman right yonder. And then pulling it back, we got 3 Deuce 322 of Batman for $14. Like I said, if you are actually like any kind of mutant aficionado, if you think you know mutants, if you like mutants, then New Mutants, biggity bang, boom. That's exactly what you want to start off at.
The New Mutants?
Shown up. That out. And right behind it, we have another Batman, 351. Beautiful cover for 15 buckaroos. And then right here, House of Patchwork Man. I feel like this might have been the 3rd time I've displayed this. $9. So $9 I just wanted to remind you. I'm going to slip this out. Bang for $12. Team Interactive. What's that? Number 16, number 22.
Oh, we've got 10 people watching. We've been up to 13, so
13,
I guess
we're peaking at 15.
you guys are gonna be famous now.
Dracula. Number 16.
I know Batman's been a vampire before, but it's too bad they couldn't do it.
Like
Batman crossover.
crossover. Yes, I agree with that, man. I agree with that. And then some variant covers of Batman have the Fang portrayal. It's not like something we're not used to seeing nowadays. MOECN.
Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, he's actually. I really appreciate that. Didn't we have a Mook back issue?
Dude, not here today.
Oh,
we do
okay.
have one. But it's not the Bloodstorm story or.
Yeah, like I said, Dracula. If you're a big fan of Famous Monsters, Dracula 70s, I'm pretty sure both of these are like 1974, 75. It's a little piece of history right there. Scoop it up, good buddy.
Yeah, we had the Frankenstein comic last week, and did somebody buy that, or did you decide to keep that, Paul?
Well, I had that. Because I have one personal standards. I believe there's another Frankenstein one. I can double check real fast.
Yeah, see what we got. It's already past Halloween, but since nobody got to celebrate it this year, really, we'll get some of the old Marvel horror monsters out.
Yeah, 2020 Halloween was a wash. But, what you going to do?
Sarah Garrido says, "You guys killing it."
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you, Miss Burrito. Stay fabulous, man. Really appreciate everyone for tuning in and listening to me ramble, come up with topics and things to talk about while Paul finds these back issues.
So what are you going to be doing at CGC?
CGC, I'm going to be a verifier / receiver. So I'm going to be in the shipping department receiving all the items, basically going through everything. Say, for example, I get a short box and the packing list says it's all Wolverine 1992 from the UK. I bang it down the list and be like, "Oh yeah, no, this is Wolverine."
He's gonna bang them all. So don't.
I'm not.
You're gonna treat them gently, right?
When they're broken, when the cases come back to you and they're
No,
Man,
Ruben would never.
I hope no one from the CGC is watching. Dear Lord, I'm a better employee than that. That's Brian.
He is.
He's a sweet guy. Keep it alive. And that's exactly how I felt when I went into the CGC to not even apply for my interview and everything. You remember the scene from the 1997 version of Men in Black with Will Smith when they're all sitting in them egg chairs taking the test? That's kind of how it felt to me. Now, I didn't take any tests. There were some other competitors in the room, and I felt like I was just that solid, just like.
Turned out you were the best of the best of the best.
From what they think, I fooled them well. God help them. But yeah, no, I knocked them dead. I think I hold myself to a very professional standard.
The Werewolf by Nights are out.
Yeah, that one.
So this is the one that's for me. I hope you can see this neon pink splattering down. That one's mine. I'll buy it one of these days. That is the first time he meets Dracula. Issue number 7 or 8, and then issue number 7 is right here. So we still have that one. That one's 15 bucks. We do have more of the Werewolf by Nights. Number 4, number 5.
Those
Number
good
9.
issues.
14, 13, number 17, 19, and then this one is the Marvel Spotlight on Werewolf by Night, number 3. So he made his first appearance in
He was Marvel
Marvel
Spotlight.
Spotlight, so this is the third one spotlighting here.
So, Volume 1, early issues, early appearances of our boy Werewolf by Night. Back when he was solemnly known as Jack Russell, which I always thought was pretty funny. And then, man, Werewolf by Night number 2, the remake,
The new volume.
the new volume,
Written by Black Eyed Peas.
right? How cool is that? I always appreciate that. Like when I know a name from another walk of life, like Max Bemis, I always knew him from Say Anything, bands like that. Now he's making comic books, has been since like 2005. I'm stoked on Taboo making stuff. I love me some werewolves, man. Anything werewolf. Beautiful covers. Early runs of that.
We do have more monster and horror themed issues. If you guys want to see more of those, I can dig those out and get those priced. Or if you're looking more for some Supermans, or you're tired of Batman, we'll do Batman.
Mm-hmm. Just let us know what you guys like. You obviously know we're monster heavy, cosmic heavy. Oh, speaking of horror, for releases this week, it was a 2-part tale, the horror with the
Double feature.
I think it's very. I wanted to talk towards that a little more because that was a set of impressive stories and artwork. We'll find it. Stand by. Sorry, team. Oh, I did find it. This is a new release. Came out this week. Only $4. If you're into comics for heavy gore and a good ghost tale, I'm telling you, this is top. The horror double feature with the Scout and the Doll, both stories terrifying. I read through them a couple times just to get it in the old noggin. The next time we're sitting around a campfire, I can scare the pants off of the little ones, right? So the Scout, take you back to 1776. There's a light out on the bay. They're looking. They see it's an abandoned ship. The lightkeeper's like, yo, go check that out. Trouble ensues once they go check that out. There's some people aboard. And it's an awesome story. I can tell it better than that, but I don't want to scare you right now or give any spoilers.
I really like the artwork.
Sharp, man. Mm-hmm. My beef with the first story was it was too dark. It was too dark. I was almost trying to read a book.
Really dark?
Yeah, everything was black and stuff. However,
Yeah, you can't read.
yeah, I can't read, so I'm focused on these pictures and artwork. There's a couple moments where there's just absolute explosion of gore out of this blackness, and it's most gorgeous. I think you guys would really love it if you're into the monsters and evil that me and Paul are also into. So that's our flavor. Just to give you an example of that, if there's anything that's more your flavor, you want to see more lighthearted, give me more Flash doing wholesome things, give me more Bronze Age Superman being fat and sad. Just let us know because we're all about it too. The covers, love the silly stories and the brutal stories.
Well, it's almost 8. You guys want to call it at 8 o'clock tonight and schedule again for next week?
We can do that.
And if people want to see more back issues, or if you want us to take more time with the new releases, please let us know. Okay.
Yes, especially because we can do a whole separate thing for the back issues if that's what you're heavy into. You know? Tell me what you like about me, please. It's not the hair, dude. Why does everyone hate the hair? Check me out. Can anyone get a do like this? I'm offended now. Check this out. It's beautiful, right?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Like silken wheat. Dead serious. Check. This is the center of my power, dude. I'm sorry, Mr. Brian. I can't go. It's
Power's all in his hair.
all up here. Brunette.
Is that the son of Satan?
This is going to say $4.
Yeah, I've been keeping my eye on
I think we might have lost YouTube. Oh well,
it.
figure that out later.
So on behalf of the dark side and Paul, thank you for joining us. Have an excellent Thanksgiving. Be sure to drop some comments of what you might want to see next week, what you want to see done better. I am Ruben the Love Fist Alvarez signing off. Thank you. Good night. Happy Thanksgiving.